The fragility of this thing that we call life, mate. In the last week or so since I recorded a long form video, and bear with me people, hopefully over the next few weeks I'm gonna definitely pump out some more of these. A lot has happened, and notably one thing that stuck out to me, you know my vibe, I'm always just trying to point out things I observe and the current climate and that. Notably, one of the things I've observed is, mate, everything's borrowed. Like, life is fragile as, you know, like, bro, all right, let's take a few examples. Start with P. Diddy. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, everyone pretty much knows what's going on with Diddy. Investigated for multiple crazy allegations, obviously crimes against women. It ain't a crime to have an orgy, just making a clarification and that. But it is a crime to, you know, give people baby oil and have them thinking that they're rubbing baby oil, but really the baby oil is laced with like liquid cocaine and that. That's kind of a mad thing. That's situation one. Situation two, young Philly. Now, hopefully, from my perspective, I hope and pray that it's false allegations. I hope, even though this wouldn't be the best scenario, but the best scenario is that there was no physical harm done and there wasn't an actual victim in that way. And hopefully he didn't do it. That's my hope, yeah? But obviously he's under investigation in Australia right now, with his case pending, yeah? Scenario 2. Then you got scenario 3, Liam Payne, the guy from One Direction. Now, me personally, I don't even listen to One Direction or them type of tunes there, yeah? But obviously you got to know who he is, because X Factor, he's in the mainstream, like, you kind of can't miss him, yeah? And he's passed away, obviously dying from falling over a balcony or stuff. Anyway, the point is, in these 3 scenarios, you got extremely prominent people. One of them is from a place where I'm from, which is South London. Currently walking through Archbishop Park. As you can see, got the people playing tennis. Footy addicts, Mandem. I like a footy addict. Shout out my footy addicts crew. But as I was saying, you got 3 people, yeah? And they're all of different levels of celebrity, but they all have one thing in common. One moment, fam. One moment. And they're all done. What do I mean by that? Well, Diddy's essentially done because everyone's kind of like, there's a general consensus that obviously he's done at least half of the stuff, innit? Yeah, I mean, like, if nothing else, he whacked up Cassie, innit? So, you know, that's at least one thing. Then with Philly, he's been on the rise and that, big on YouTube. Like, he's probably one of the most notable streamers worldwide, actually. Remember, he was with I Show Speed, Kai Cenat and that. Obviously, he's essentially cooked as well. Even if he beats the case, even if he gets, you know, not guilty or whatever, there's still going to be a section of society, probably about a third of people, that's going to say, yeah, but, you know, you could have easily paid them off and, you know, she probably felt pressured to just not take it to trial. And I'll refer you to Mason Greenwood's situation as an example. And then lastly, you got Liam Payne. Once again, as I said, he's basically, well, he did. Rest in peace and stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is this. These guys' careers have spanned, what? I don't know. Well, Diddy's has spanned about 30. Liam Payne, his one's probably been about 15 or 16, because I know he was on X Factor when he was 14, and obviously he's passed away at 31, so 17, quick maths. And Philly's has been probably about 7 years or so, within an instant, within a blink of an eye. And by the way, this isn't gender specific. I'm just taking these 3 cases because they're very high profile, and no matter where you are in the world, you know at least one of them, but they're all similar in the fact that within an instant, done, kaput, finish. And I say that to say this, My guy Morrison, yeah, he's got a tune called Humble. It's one of my favourite tunes ever in life, because he's such a G, he's a gangster rapper, but he's making a real tune. And he said, we don't own anything in this life, bro. Everything is borrowed. Literally everything is borrowed. Time, girls, money, cars, the fucking air that we breathe, everything is borrowed, fam. And I say all of that to say this. Don't crash out. It is not crash out season, bro. This is why, like, a lot of the content always comes back to, like, this. It might be perceived as woke or, like, deep or whatever. But a lot of my content comes back to that because I see so many people crashing out. And all I think to myself is, wow. So you had a 30-year career, kaput. You had a 7-year career, kaput. You had a 16, 17-year career, kaput. All of it done, finished, finito, over one situation. And obviously, some of them, obviously with Liam's one, we don't know the full context, but we can see that there was substance abuse. Apparently he was absolutely, like, drunk, high, everything under the sun. And obviously I can't comment on Philly's situation because we don't know the ins and outs, but Diddy's, as I've already alluded to, there was obviously substance abuse and other stuff. Now, I'm not even saying it like, oh, I'm a sober guy all the time, I don't drink and all this stuff. But what I am saying is this. In this current climate, if you do nothing else, this is my message to anyone that ever sees this video, and even to myself, my future self. If you do nothing else, don't crash out. Don't mess up your whole operation for one moment, fam. Whether that's one thing, whether that's one move, you know, rob this or sell that or fraud my man or whatever. Don't crash out for none of these people, bro. Because you know what I see? And I've said this before, it was mainly with the street stuff that I noticed this. The main thing that I see is this. You can be the most greasiest youth that ever lived. Or you can have the most money. You can be the baddest youth in your ends or your town or whatever it is. But you see, once you catch that case, and you see once you get birded, and you see when you're gone for a whole decade, do you think anyone gives a toss about you, bro? No. They don't. Even in Philly's case, as I said, the fact that his name, his full government name, is Googleable with grape. Obviously, for those of you that know about the algorithms, man's got to say grape. It's a bit mad, but yeah. The fact that his name is Googleable with grape, it's now an L. And then, this is the other part as to why you don't crash out. Aside from yourself, all right, let me do a hypothetical. In a hypothetical situation, God forbid, I'm in a mad situation, maybe my name's Googleable with something mad, yeah? Do you know why it's peak? Because now, wherever my brothers grow, oh, I swear you're my man's brother that done. Wherever my mum goes, I swear you're the mum of my man that done. And that's all they're going to carry with them. Now, obviously, is it fair that we as people have to kind of carry the sins of those that are around us and that we align ourselves with? And obviously, I'm mentioning this because a lot of people have called for young Philly's friends, some of Diddy's friends to kind of speak out and that. It's not fair, but it's life. And me, I don't really deal with what's fair. I deal with what's life. And in this life, you better be dealing with reality, or reality will deal with you, bruv. Yeah. Oh, I dropped that kind of sick still. Hey, shout out my fresh trim, shout out my barber Tommy, you get me? Yeah, man, that's what I wanted to leave the people with anyway. The fragility of life. Life is so fragile. Things can be gone in an instant. You could have worked all of your whole life for it, and within one moment, 5 second, one drive, one cycle down the road, one night with a gal, one scam, one wrong move, bruv. Finish. Done. You're dusted. So that's my word for the people. Hopefully people like this long form content. As I said, over the next few weeks, I'm definitely gonna record some more bits. Fortunately, I've actually got a few weeks off. I'm gonna be busy doing some other personal stuff behind the scenes, but I'm definitely gonna be trying to get out here and record some content. You know, man's just Man, just out here, you know. And shout out to people on ends as well. Shout out, bro, I got people from work saying, yo, Cam, I see your thing. I was just scrolling and it come up and that. These times, I've been doing this stuff for like 3-4 years now. Probably about 3 years now. And people are just finding out my content and that. And I just think my biggest claim to fame has always been, I am me. I am Big Cam. My name is Cameron, bro. When I talk to you on this camera and I talk to you in real life, my personalities should at least be 50% similar. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my flow, you get me? But yeah, man, shout out to people. Have a good week. I'll see you in a few.